do I feel good today. What's up, everybody? Welcome into your daily sports and sports betting brand of record. We like to call it Driving the Line. As you can see, your boy is outside of the friendly confines. We are on the road this week. It's a big one. T-Dub, Tiger Woods. He's going to be playing in the Genesis. I'm here in Florida. Call it for PGA Tour Live on ESPN. We'll get to that in a second. But last night kind of felt like we were like Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce stumbling out of the nightclub, our Super Bowl hangover. But as always, Howie Schwab comes through. The silent assassin comes through. And as always, my man AB nailing those parlays. So not an awful day, but not our best day either. Now, kind of setting the stage today. We've got a busy, busy day. Hashtag DTL Golf today at 3 p.m. Eastern time with myself, with Robert Dameron, with Fast Eddie Fernandez, and my man, Steve Scott. I guess Steve is here with the flyby. That's today live at 3 p.m. Eastern time. By the way, if you didn't watch last week, in our long shots category, we had a little plus 13,000 cash from Nick Taylor. So you want to tune in today to see what me and the boys like. Also, we have our featured item of the week. Many of you bought it yesterday. If you don't have your straight to the pay window t-shirt, there is the QR code right there, courtesy of Millions. Make sure you get it. We want to see all those pictures all over X and all over social media to represent the brand and build this into the juggernaut that we know it is going to be. Now, today is a full show, so let's bring in my partner, my five-tool player. You know him. You love him. AB. And AB, before we bring in the entire crew, first of all, good morning. And
good morning,
we've always made this about the universe, have we not? Yes.
We have. Look, in fact, you and Steve became roommates just to cut down costs. Right. Nice job.
He always wants his own little 15 seconds. That's all right. He's been a gracious host. And as you can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful home. Now, Big Cheesy is one of our favorites, so we wanted to give him a shout-out right at the start of the show because I won my Super Bowl showdown. He now has to wear a jersey, get 3 pictures, send it in. We put him on the show. But yesterday, I saw you on social media react to this post. We got to give him credit, yes?
Huge credit. Look, I mean, Big Cheesy was already a made man. This is now literally mafia made man Don status right here. Capital regime right there. Big Cheesy, well done, sir.
Oh, I cannot wait to see my man in that jersey. Now, if you are not a member of the crew yet, our very, very exclusive club, you need to do it right now because we're really starting to ramp up. Next Monday night, Shoot Your Shot. We'll be live at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We have crew exclusives every single day. We're going to be adding interviews. It's going to be so much more just for you. But AB, here live on this show every single day, the crew gets to vote. We get to play together. What's our choices today?
4 nice choices from college basketball. Big Tuesday night here. Got Kentucky minus 8.5 against Ole Miss. Brian Peterson in the chat. What up? What up, baby? All right, Baylor minus 6.5 at minus 110. Got Virginia minus 6.5 and North Carolina minus 8.5. So you see 4 big blue blood teams, favorites. Which one will the crew choose? Poll is in the chat. We will update it at the end of the show.
I love that tease. Blue Bloods on a Tuesday night. By the way, last night, first time in the history of his career, AB, that Bill Self gets tossed from a basketball game. Got thrown out last night.
Yeah, he should have. Kansas is not playing. Like, I mean, seriously, like coaches do that in college, to get the reaction from their own team. Bill Self is not a happy man, and he has won a lot of games. Kansas, they need to figure out who they are.
Mm-hmm. They certainly do. And we know who we are. Who we are is the #1 sports betting brand in America because we have an incredible bullpen. We have an incredible day for you. By the way, Dan says, I need to get that Us Against the Books shirt. Well, we have featured items for a reason. Only 1 week. Sorry, it's gone. We might bring it back, Dan, but it's gone. You got to get on them right now. So, AB, we've got a couple of new faces today. We've got a couple of faces that are going to be regulars. We're leaning into the Champions League big time. So without further ado, it is time to bet the board. Oh, look who we have today. The silent assassin, Jacob, is back. My man, Charles Meshell, is back. And for the first time ever on Driving the Line, you've read his stuff. You've heard him all over many publications. Chris Wassel, the injury ninja, the reason that I probably got that wrong too, that the Cowboys never make the playoffs, never make the Super Bowl, never do anything. He's the reason, according to him. Welcome to Driving the Line, sir.
Always welcome, guys. Let's get this started.
He says, let's get it started. That's right. By the way, we're going to have a little extra Champions League episode on our YouTube page. We're going to record it afterwards. So if you want more Champions League, Charles and Jacob will be there to do that after the show as well. So turn on those notifications. All right, gentlemen, we've got plenty to get to. Charles, we like to be really gracious hosts. And people in chat are always like, Coach, give me more NHL. Well, guess what? That's where we're going to start today. On the ice. Give me those first three, sir.
All right, we're going to hit this rapid. Basically, New Jersey, 1-8-1 on the back end of back-to-backs. I don't care if Lindy Ruff changed the defense. I don't care if it worked for one game. Good luck for it trying to work for two. Take Nashville on the money line. You can even take Nashville on the puck line tonight for fun at plus 155. The other two, simply put, Connor McDavid, no points over the weekend against LA. That's about as rare as a lunar eclipse. He's going to score. He's going to get at least 1.5 points. Hey, if you can find it locally, look for those power play props as well.
I like that a lot. I like it very straight to the point. And really listen to what Chris just said right there. Always shop around, especially when you're talking about NHL props. Chris, you're going to have more in just a second. Jacob, I know you're an NHL guy. You've got NHL on your own personal show. What do you make of Chris's first three plays there?
Oh, I love it. Luckily I didn't give those plays out because that was on my card for today. So Chris and I are on the same page for that, for sure.
All right, very, very good. All right, so we've got NHL and AB. We've also got a lot of soccer today. So Charles, as I said, we are gracious hosts. Let's come over to you on the pitch today. Where are you going?
I'm going to start out in the England Championship. We have Leicester City, who sit atop the championship table. They're welcoming Sheffield Wednesday to town to the King Power. The Foxes start the match day 11 points of their closest competitor, Southampton. So their chances of going back to the Premier League are quite high. They're also winners, 13 of their last 15 in all competitions. They've scored at least 3 goals in 10 of their last 14 outings, and over 2.5 goals has been eclipsed in 12 of their last 15 fixtures. Sheffield Wednesday, on the other hand, they come in sitting 23rd in the table, so they're definitely staring relegation right in the face. The Owls have also been super leaky on the back end. They've conceded 16 goals in their last 3 road matches in all competitions, and their matches are averaging 2.5 goals total as well. All that being said, Coach, I'm going to go ahead and back Leicester City to score in both halves. I can definitely see a 1-2 in the first half, and then getting the next another one in the second half as well. And then the over 2.75 full-time goals, I can definitely see a 3-1, 4-1, 4-0 type final score. So I definitely look for Leicester to impose their dominance on this Sheffield Wednesday side.
AB, it's really good that we have Charles and Jacob and Chris here because a lot of this stuff, it goes right over my head, but they make it so simple to listen to. What about you, AB?
No, they do. And I was just thinking, I'm cracking up at somebody that is in Europe right now listening to my man Charles' country ass break down these soccer games. And they're like, I don't know what this guy's saying, but Charles, we come from the same blood, man. I can understand it clearly. I love it.
Imagine me 5-6 years ago when no one was doing soccer. I was on here doing this. So it's quite crazy how far we've come.
And guess what? You're going to be here every single week. We're going to do Champions League every single week because we listen to all of you at home. Charles and Jacob, extra episodes just with the two of them. And, of course, the best host in the business, your boy right here. By the way, shout out to Brian in the chat. Says, thanks for the shout out, AB. Hashtag the real deal. Finally able to watch live. AB, we didn't even thank the good people. Do you know what we did yesterday in less than a month? In less than 1 month. You know what we did yesterday?
What's that, Coach?
we crossed the 3,000 sub mark yesterday, which is incredible when you're building a new YouTube page. So thank you to all of you. That's incredible, AB. You set this whole thing up on YouTube. It's your baby.
Hey, you know what? Look, it's all of our babies together, as we said from day one, man. And the crew, dude, they've been picking us up, putting us on their shoulders. So thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it. And everybody new that's coming in, I'm telling you, when you come in the chat, be a part of it. Like, they'll pull up a chair for you and welcome you in. It's the best in the game.
The best chat in the game. And if you don't hit the like button when you come in, I need you to do that. If you haven't done it yet, take the chat down, hit that like button, put it right back up, and keep on talking. All right, Jacob, let me come over to you, because today I feel like you're trying to kind of show Chris just how good you are in hockey. You're trying to show Chris, man, you're not the only one here that can do hockey, and I'm here for it. I like a little competition. So I know you got 2 big plays on the ice today. Talk to me.
Sure. Well, I have to defend my recurring spot here, so I can't let the new guy come in and give hockey and have just hockey winners. So I had to come with the heat today on the ice. But I am all over the Islanders -1 and the game over 6. Big reason why Philip Grubauer returns after a long-term injury absence. Hasn't played since December 9th, and before that, he was only 5-12. Seattle is also on a back-to-back. They're only 1-2 on back-to-backs, and they're 10-23 as a dog. The Islanders at home, pretty good. They hit the over in 23 out of their 45 games so far. They are 20-12 versus teams that allow more than 3 goals per game, which Seattle does. And Grubauer 10-6 to the over. So I am all over the Islanders here to take care of business versus the Kraken tonight.
I like it. Corey says the crew's getting stronger. We're just getting started. You're damn right, Corey. You are damn right. Now, AB, we talk about all the time. We want people here that work 24/7. We want people here that are dedicated to the cause. And there is nobody, and I repeat, nobody, that is more dedicated to the cause than my man Howie Schwab. If you all could in the chat, please say hello to Howie. He got rushed to the hospital again yesterday. Came back from the hospital, AB, called me on the phone and said, I'm ready to go. I'm 100%. I said, let's take a couple of days to work on that. But even in his state, he's still delivering winners every single day. Your thoughts on Howie's St. John's +1.5, Colorado State, San Diego State over 139.5, AB?
Yeah, I mean, first off, there's no way that I would even question my man's picks. Look, he crushed it last night. Nailed it with the college basketball plays. So 2 strong ones here. Really like that over 139.5. Don't think that you're going to see a ton of defense played into that game. And just to say what you were talking about, Coach, I was up at about 3:45 a.m. this morning, just, kind of put some things together for today's show. My man Howie literally says, hey, man, got to go back to the hospital. Here's some picks, though. I'll have some more. And I was like, dude, you are a grinder. I could not respect this man anymore. I'm telling you, doctors, anybody in the medical field, take down this man's picks. He is literally going to put your kids through medical school. He is the man.
It's going to be funny when Howie buries everybody in our March Madness pool or whatever we decide to do. We're working on that currently, but he will do it, and he'll laugh at you while he's doing it. And that's what I love about Howie Schwab. By the way, Justin says, Coach, you got to let the big dog eat. What a legend, Howie. You're damn right. Can't wait for that Howie's Homies featured shirt of the week coming out during March Madness. All right, Chris, I'm coming right back to you. I see you over there shaking your head when we're talking about college basketball. This is one of your sweet spots. So in addition to the NHL today, you also brought it strong with Count 'em 3 from college basketball. What do you got?
Shoot, I should have had the Bill Self over under on ejections last night. I saw it coming. Somebody asked me, it's like, is he trying to get thrown out or what? I'm like, well, look at the spread. He's gone. He was gone 10 minutes ago. He checked out. All right, so we took a shot. We're going Mountain West late night in reverse here with the New Mexico money line, because look, let's be honest. I hate to say this, but Nevada is one of those weird teams. Good team. Unfortunately, did anybody watch the New Mexico-Nevada game last time? No, you didn't. and New Mexico is still scoring on Nevada as we speak. So you think that's going to change, New Mexico on the road? A little bit, but you can't make up 30 points. You just can't. Then we're going to go back to the Big 12. We're going to take the Iowa State money line, which has been wobbling around plus 110 to 115. We're going to take a shot. The Cyclones have been very good this year. They don't check out like Kansas has over the last 10 games. And for one, I hate to disagree with Howie. I hate doing it. I feel dirty. I feel a little dirty. But Providence at home, there's something, I don't know how to explain this. Every time they look like they're bad, they're awful, they're going to lose, and they find a way. I'm not saying Providence is going to cover here. I'm just saying Providence is going to find a way to eke one out, even if it's in overtime.
I don't even know how I feel about you going against the legend Howie Schwab. And I think I know, Chris, if he was here, he'd be looking right into his camera.
Oh, he'd be staring daggers.
He'd be staring daggers at you right now. He'd be saying, there's a showdown coming between me and you. But that's the beauty, Chris, of what we do here at Driving the Line. Everybody has their own picks, and we encourage people to watch us live because you've got to hear the reasoning. And that makes you smarter. And that makes you a better, long-time better. And that's what we're all about, the long game. So you have one more that I'll come back to you on. I told you guys, when we bring in new members of the crew, they come strong. They come strong. Now, AB, I got to come back to you, big boy. Got to come back to you. Because one thing that you have found your sweet spot, and that is predicting threes, putting them together, and getting that little green check mark. You're damn right. Shoot that shot, baby. Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. But what are we shooting today?
What we are shooting is pretty much what my career was playing basketball. I had to fire threes. We had to get used to hitting them home, road, from the bow, the corner. I really like that top of the key, though. That's the place to hit it. Now, we're getting close to the NBA All-Star break. So, with three-pointers, guess what? They're going to go up because players quit caring about this time, and they'll just start firing threes. So, we're going to put three together tonight, plus 135. Kevin Durant, just need 1 3. Devin Booker, 4 more threes. And then Austin Reeves of the Los Angeles Lakers, 2 plus 3s as well. Again, put those three together, plus 135. And everybody in the chat, everybody on the show, got a little secret for you. College basketball, Air Force, San Jose State. You want to know a little secret about both of these teams? They stink. They're not any good. They don't play much defense, and they foul a lot. I am taking the over 134.5 tonight. Probably going to be a sloppy game, but when you have two sloppy teams playing the same pace, generally can be kind of fun. So take a look there, over 134.5. Now, Coach, I do have to say, it worries me a little bit saying that the Air Force isn't really good at defense. Kind of need them boys to be good at something like that. But luckily, we're just talking about on the court.
True story. True story. Years ago, I think it was 2005, I went over to Afghanistan when I was in the WWE. And the very first night, it was one of the great experiences of my life. One of the great experiences of my life. I got to hang out on the, what do they call it, the air traffic control tower. We went up to the top, popped open a beer with all of the Air Force pilots that were stationed in Afghanistan at that time. And they told stories for 2 hours. And they were some of the most incredible stories you've ever heard. I literally didn't talk. And for me not to talk for 2 hours, it had to be really good stories. By the way, we're going to be starting a brand new wrestling show, taping our first one today. If you're interested in it, we'll give out all the info there. But we're expanding. We're expanding out. Maybe I'll tell that Afghanistan story. You never know. But we start that recording today. We'll have it out later in the week.
Good.
All right.
I thought you were going to not to interrupt you. I thought you were going to say that you were drinking with the actual air traffic control people while they were working. I was like,
No, I wasn't. But alcohol was illegal on the base. And
probably
somehow, yeah, probably a good thing. But for some reason, we always had a beer every single night. It was crazy how that worked.
Just hit
all
the
those
PX,
stories,
man. Go get them. All right, go ahead.
Oh, man. I mean, Big Show used to get the honey buns from the PX. He loved the honey buns. I guess when you weigh 500 pounds, you would love honey buns. All right, now we got a little more NBA. AB just gave you his fire picks. I've got two. One is a straight play, and one is a money line parlay that kind of feeds right into Chris's last play. And I love the Thunder tonight, money line minus 145. And this is kind of the highest as I like to go. You know what we say, sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. And this one, the Thunder are just a better team. And we're now past the Super Bowl. We're now past all the stuff. Now we start to focus on the NBA, on basketball. And I think the Thunder want to put their foot down and tell everybody this could be our year. So they're going on the road. The Magic have been playing pretty well the last 3 or 4 games. But I think tonight the Thunder will get it done. I didn't want to even mess with the points. So I put money line minus 145. Then I almost never, ever, 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 ever give you a parlay that is minus money. But this one was just too good to pass up. The Bucks just laid out the Nuggets 2 nights ago. The Suns have been playing phenomenal basketball as of late. I didn't want to mess with the points because sometimes in the NBA it gets very, very difficult. So you put the Bucks money line together, the Suns money line together, minus 105. But Chris, tell me this. You don't mind laying the points with Phoenix tonight. Tell me why.
Simply put, look, Sacramento comes always limping in on the road, kind of slugs around a little bit, can get blown out on occasion. Perfect recipe for a team like Phoenix who's been playing well. Kevin Durant goes off tonight. We throw the book at him. 5 points isn't so bad. It's starting to fan out up in Canada even. I've seen some 5.5s and 6s. Get it while you can. Even if you have to go up to, say, minus 115 to do it, do it. Take the Suns, run, cash.
Run, cash, straight to the pay window. Our featured merch item. You're already selling our T-shirts for us, Chris. Look at that. That's how smooth you are with the picks today. All right, I think that is all of them, correct? Yes, we got to everything.
Yeah, we got a
quick
crew
reminder. Yeah, we'll get to that. The crew play there. Yeah, we'll get to that one. But I do. It's like the voice of God, like the voice of God in my ear, keeping me straight. Charles, Jacob, real quick, because the Champions League is big, 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 big money. We're going to do a separate little episode. It'll be right here on this YouTube channel every single day that there are Champions League games, including today. So, Charles, very quickly, what are you looking forward to in the Champions League today, sir?
I've got the 2 matches circled, the Copenhagen and Man City, and then I love the Leipzig and Real Madrid. So we have some very good plays for those 2 matches.
All right, yeah, Jacob, you're excited.
Copenhagen long cut. They're going to get the job done today.
I already knew you'd like that.
I have not heard that in so long. Copenhagen long cut. Wow.
Yeah, you got that winter green.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Chris, are you Canadian? Are you Canadian, Chris?
No, not even transplanted. Jersey through and through. All hail the pork roll and the pork roll tower. The fastest story I can give. There's a place in Avenel, the next town over from me. They have what they call a pork roll tower. It is 32 slices of straight on pork roll with cheese.
You, sir, have my attention.
Yeah. All of a sudden, AB is locked in. AB is locked in right now. Holy
for somebody that is as little as I am, I was like about 250 in a previous life. So the appetite never left. If anything, it got much more crazy. So needless to say, I got to put the plug in. I got to throw it in.
Yes, you do. All right, gentlemen, great job today. We thank you very, very much. Look forward to the next time because we're every single weekday. Say goodbye to Chris, Charles, and Jacob here live on Driving the Line. Now, AB, before we get out of here, I kind of like doing the show this way. It kind of feels better to me doing it this way. I think the chat likes it as well. I was kind of looking through a few little nuggets that I thought were interesting to bring up. And the Super Bowl, did you see this? The Super Bowl is the most watched television program ever in the history of time. Did that surprise you?
Not really. Honestly, I mean, that's a massive statement. All right. Like we're not downplaying that, but it's just wild how many people tune in. It's wild how many people tune into the damn Pro Bowl, right? Like that gets numbers. But I mean, the Super Bowl is it's just going to keep going, man. And when you have, a matchup like that, 2 big fan bases, no, like not downplaying at all. I'm just saying that's the power of the NFL, man. Like, they just crush it.
Did you happen to see, speaking of the power of the NFL, and, you and I are building this together, and sometimes it feels great, sometimes it's difficult. That's part of it. But what the Kelsey brothers are building is nothing short of genius. And did you see some of the videos of Jason Kelsey at the after party where he was wearing the Chiefs suspenders, and there was that video where Taylor and Travis are kissing, and then they go right over, and he's basically falling into a tree or a plant because he's so drunk from the night. These guys have positioned themselves, and they're going to be absolute superstars in this world when they're done. No?
Oh, they definitely are. Look, Jason Kelsey is living his best life, man. I've got to give him credit right there. And he seems like a fun guy. Trav does too, man. Like, they've always had personality, and now you can see it, especially with Jason being out, retired, done with the league. Yeah, man. Like, these two guys, they're just gonna keep getting bigger and better, man. They're fun. And now you add Taylor Swift into it. Like, who are you gonna bring to top that? Elvis? I mean, there's just nobody out there, man.
It kind of feels like a little bit of a drop-off now. It always feels this way the first week when the Super Bowl is done, and you got to kind of get back on your horse when you do a show that's all year round, because, quite frankly, there's a lot of shows out there that we will not see for the next 3 or 4 months. They just drop off the planet, not us. We do all the sports. But now as we move forward, I saw it, and I want people to really start doing their own research and doing their own work as well. And that's going to be one of our featured shirts. Do you want to do the work? And I saw an interesting quote from Draymond Green last night, and we've been cashing with the Warriors. I should have just played them straight last night instead of the over. But they're starting to play really good basketball. You know what he said, AB? He said the suspension kind of triggered this hot streak that the Warriors have been on. And when people look at different ways that NBA teams go up and go down, when you look at a quote like that, how much stock do you put in, like, what he said?
I put a lot of stock into a winning team and a player that's has rings, right? Because look, sometimes you just need to do a little work on the inside and then show it off. And sometimes you just switch things up. All right. So this is what this team is going to do. You know who the Warriors remind me of? You know who they remind me of? The Chiefs.
Who?
They're like, look, we're going to get this thing figured out. We'll be here in the end. You're going to have to deal with us. And if we get hot, good luck. They've won before. They have all the pieces to do it. This team is talented. I mean, they've got Clay not even in game closing, ending situations, which they could certainly change anytime they want to. Yeah, I mean, I put a lot of stock into it with a team that's done it before. Now, if it's somebody that's never done it before, easier said than done. But that team,
a different story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think when you look at several teams throughout the NBA, whether it's the Warriors, the Bucks had a big win over the Nuggets. I think they could get right with Doc Rivers with but it's time to really start focusing on the teams like what you're talking about, the Warriors, and these teams that understand how important it is to finish in the top 4. And that's going to be a lot of what my picks are going to be moving forward, are teams that are playing good basketball, that are motivated, that understand what it takes to get there, and also understand that when you get towards March and then April, you got to be playing your best basketball. So these games are very, 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 very important. All right, it's time. We end every single show with what? The closing bell. All right, AB, I need 2 things from you. I need the Cruise play of the day, but also they're already talking about your specialty, baseball, college, educate. We have a lot of new people watching today. You're up.
First off, the Crew has gone Tar Heel Blue. North Carolina -8.5 is the choice for the Crew here. So some really fun choices on the board. They're going with the Tar Heels. It's going to be a great night of college basketball. Can't wait to watch it. Some very must-win games for teams here. And as we get closer to conference tournament play, we obviously get closer to March Madness. So these games, each single one of them are important. And yes, Coach, college baseball is almost here. We are literally almost here. In the last couple of years, all right, you've seen 8 teams make it to Omaha, to the College World Series, okay? Generally, 5 of those are SEC teams. Well, the SEC is adding in Texas and Oklahoma here pretty soon, so get used to that one. But your normal teams at the top, we have some monsters. It is going to be a year. Cannot wait to see it. And look, I'm not going to go homer too much, but Tennessee's
volunteers. Volunteers. We're also going to add, because there's so many of these games happen throughout the week. So basically, when I'm home, there's going to be a lot of nights. And this is why people need to turn on their notifications, because we're going to have Driving the Line after dark. It could be 5 nights a week, could be 3 nights a week, could be 1 night a week. But we're going to hop on and talk about our picks, talk about what's going on. And that's going to be something that I'm very much looking forward to, because you're a night owl. I most definitely am a night owl, but I live on the West Coast. So I'm looking forward to doing these live streams in the evening as well. I know you are. Yes?
Oh, yeah. Coach, and look, when college baseball gets here, look, you know how in college football, like we have that saying, and this is going to be a t-shirt too, we always have the Hawaii game, right? Like it's the last game on the board. If you've had a bad day, all right, you can make your money back. If you've had a great day and you want to risk it, get a little, risk it for the biscuit, we always have the Hawaii game. Well, in college baseball, we always have the Stanford game. They always play it like 11:45 Eastern, Cal State Fullerton. It's 2 West Coast teams that are badass in baseball, by the way, and you always get great games. So yeah, man, like we not only will we, kind of like review and watch together of NBA, Major League Baseball, whatever, like we'll be pre-betting games too. That's what's great about college baseball.
Shout out to Scott. He says, man, I want more of that content. He became the newest member of the crew, our very exclusive club. You got to do it. You got to do it. TJ says it'd be cool if you could go on Shoot Your Shot, that you could be invited to an after dark show. Well, TJ, we have one of our crew members is on a live show right now after the first week. So anything is possible. And that's why I said some people are going to be good enough, some people aren't, but we welcome everybody. If you haven't sent in your video yet and you want to be on next week's, we have a lot. 9 p.m. Eastern time. You got to send in a video, 30 to 45 seconds, drivingtheline@gmail.com. Yes, AB.
Last thing, and then I'll let you end it. Let everybody get out of here, because I know how excited everybody is to get to work. You were speaking about showdown music, right? For the show. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we need it.
Yep.
There's a surprise coming that I think everyone's going to like, and it involves a former Major League Baseball player that has kindly stepped up and said, I love the brand. I love Coach. And he said, I'll do anything to help out. So I'm not going to tell you when it's coming, but it's coming, and it's going to be fun. I think the crew will love it.
Wow. I love when you throw out a little bit of that tease. And by the way, thank you, Joey. We're up to 3,010 subs. Let's get that thing growing every single day. You guys are amazing. This is going to be, within a year, this is going to be the biggest brand in sports betting. I'm telling you that right now, but all because of you. You mentioned the T-shirts. Let's throw that up there one more time. If you don't have your straight to the pay window T-shirt, we need you to get it right now and spread the word of the brand. The QR code is right there. Get your order in. These featured merch items, they're only going to be up there for a week, maybe 2 tops, and then they're gone. We only have so much space on our page. And by the way, you can also watch us in a lot of different places now, because we're trying to grow for you. And if you're not a member of the crew yet, I encourage you to do that. You can do it right here on this page as well. Matt says, badass, over 3K strong. And we're going to double that in the next 30 days. Yes, AB.
Chad said it's John Rocker. That dude,
John Rocker?
I've been around him, like into the vicinity of like a room. That dude is still in shape. Like he looks like he's got 9 innings in him right now. He's not messing around, dude.
Oh, all right. You guys know what time it is. It is time for you to go out there and pay it forward. It's time for you to go out there being kind to one another. And understand, Champions League is coming right here on this channel. Later today, we'll have it posted. All right? But this is where it's at every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And so much more coming all for you. As much as you want to consume, we're going to give it to you. Strong show today. And remember, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. in the home of Steve Scott. With all the respect in the world, I say this. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. Right, Tiger, Lobo. Our main man, Chris. The silent assassin. From the South, our man, Charles. My 5-tool player, AB. Do not forget, hashtag DTL Golf today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I am simply the coach trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about right here at Driving the Line. Good luck.